Hi guys, you know, I've shot this video over and over, but I think it's an important topic, fetishism and disability. I think it should be discussed. I have this running joke with a good friend of mine, actually a lot of good friends of mine. I say, in my next life, I'm coming back as the woman's toilet seat. Can you imagine the sounds? Can you imagine the smells? Can you imagine the hairdos? Can you imagine the panties? Can you imagine the G-strings? And please also imagine no panties with jeans on a summer's day. The stickiness, the wetness, all those lovely fetishy sounds and fetishy fantasies that can be created. Whether you masturbate to panty lines, whether you masturbate to the sound of urination, it's all there. And now's the time we can have this discussion. Now's the time we can have this discussion. The technology's there. There are Uber drivers that will take you to places with a friend that you want to be with, that you can explore this fetishism. If you want to learn to wipe a pussy, if you want to go lick a pussy in private, if you want to suck a boob in private, we have the mechanism. If you want to have phone sex, we have the mechanism. Facebook Messenger. If you wanna do naughty text, there's WhatsApp. We have the technology finally. If you want to shower together and have that golden shower and experience having a piss together in the shower, if you want to stick your dick in a hairy pussy, you can do that. We have the mechanism now. I mean, growing up, my favorite thing was curvy girls in the short school skirts. When we were at school, you could see the white panty or the white panty with the red dots. You could see the green sports panty. Um, There are girls that will allow, that will let you, that will pee with the door open, that will wipe their vagina, that will power piss. If she trusts you, she's going to automatically power piss because she's comfortable. And as long as you make her comfortable to experience and do things in front of you, you can enjoy it that way. And oral sex, a very important subject because especially with cerebral palsy, you can see, you can tell by my body language, sometimes getting into missionary position is a bit difficult. It's nice to be able to do a cowgirl and reverse cowgirl. Getting into missionary position is a bit difficult. So you can exhibit your control, exude your control, take your control by using oral sex. Use oral sex until your body relaxes mentally, until you relax mentally. It's very important that the two of you are on the same mental wavelength. Because if she's not with you mentally, you will physically achieve orgasm, but it's not going to be the same cleansing feeling that you will receive. And she's not going to want to give you a second or a third round. Well, if you're lucky enough to be multi-orgasmic, it's fine, but explore those fetishes because it's a mind thing. The first thing we do learn as kids is masturbation, and that's a mind thing, because you remember your friend Tracy, and you saw a bum, and you saw the panty lines, and you heard her pee, and her voice does a certain thing. Um, and guys, the shower floor, the best place if you know you're gonna have accident, because sometimes you do feel you're gonna pee before you ejaculate, and sometimes it gets in the way to be in bed. I have more control giving oral sex. I have more control in my wheelchair because this shape allows you to be used as an intimate rider. Intimate riders are very important because with the sizes of head and shoulder movements, you can rock your body, and yeah. But don't be afraid. There's no need to feel like you're being slut shamed or anything like that. If you're a woman, there's no need to be feel ashamed if you're being slut shamed as a man. All the technology is there. You type in YouPorn, you type in Pornhub, you type in Pussy Space, it's there. You type in pee in the shower, you type in golden shower, you type in assisted masturbation for obese people. There's a video on Pornhub I enjoyed watching. From a learning point of view, is I don't think it's on Pornhub anymore, but it's called Making Kathy Come. Kathy is a big woman, sure a nice person, but a big woman. So they took a big vibrator and put it against the vagina, and watching her enjoy herself like that, it's awesome. Guys, I'm not advocating promiscuity, but you need to explore these things if you want a meaningful, fulfilling relationship. And even if you do have a partner, this is obviously your moral call, but even if you do have a partner and she's not letting you explore certain things, there are other women that will allow you to wipe a vagina. There are other women that will allow you to finger them. There are other women that will allow you to watch them shave. There are other women that will do. There are other women that will suck your penis. There are other women that will masturbate to you and for you and with you. Mutual masturbation is important. It's a very important gateway to see if the two of you are mentally in the same space. There was something else on the script as well, and don't be afraid to share those fantasies with your best bud. Because sometimes they want to ask the question, but they don't know how. You know? Sometimes you are dancing with a pretty girl or she's sitting on your lap on the dance floor and you will get an erection. Sometimes you will fantasize about being able to rub your penis against a girl's bum. You know, like the schoolboys used to do back in the day. Or her just sitting on your penis while she's sitting on your lap. There's nothing wrong with it. But as long as you and this particular woman have an understanding, it shouldn't be a problem. You know, I remember dancing with a woman in the club. She was a good friend of mine. Today she's married, lovely son. But one day I got an erection, and she didn't make me feel ashamed. We laughed about it. We even high five. She's like, no problem at all, man. No problem at all. My life went on. I put my hand between women's legs to pull their skirts down because they were bent over my wheelchair while we were on the dance floor. And as I'm saying this, from my heart to yours, I hope you get to experience it. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. If you're looking for more proof that it's in the lyrics, it's in society today, just listen very carefully to Scarlett's Independent Love Song. I promise you it's there. Oh, and remember, one more thing, guys. Try not to masturbate in the morning before campus and the office. Because if your carer isn't as like minded as you know, budget constraints force us to hire cousin Peter when we actually want to hire, you know, Tom the footballer. Yeah, you might have a problem where you get embarrassed in the morning. So if you need to explore this theme, these issues, do it with your evening routine. It works better if your shower routine is in the evening. Um, for me, a tip was if I always knew I was getting a bit, you know, antsy, if I urinated in the shower, I knew, Jimmy and the twins are a bit full, you know. And sometimes we do have to talk about these things because our families, our friends, because of the white coat confirmation bias brought on by the doctors, they will not know to engage these topics with us. And it causes a lot of friction going forward in life, you know. And having been through that fiction, having suffered the loneliness, having been turned on by a friend, and having had a case of blue balls, you don't want to go through it. You know, you don't want to go through it. So I mean, like, and I'm open. Even I spoke to my editor. I said, you know, if I'm talking about panty lines are gonna be in the tags. If I'm talking about power puss is gonna be in the tags. If I'm talking about golden showers is gonna be in the tags. If I'm talking about you porn, it's gonna be in the tags. If I'm talking about Pornhub, it's gonna be in the tags. Talking about pussy spice is gonna be in the tags. Talking about exams is gonna be in the tags. Talking about Puss Hamster is going to be in the tag. Talk about Puss Nation is going to be in the tags. You know, female urination is going to be in the tags. Victoria P sounds are going to be in the tags. Yeah, guys, I'm just using urolalia as one example of a fetish because if I carried on, the video would be hours and hours long. You know. Um, but yeah, Don't be afraid to share with me. Leave a comment. Remember, guys, I do respect members of the LGBTQ community, but my orientation is that of a heterosexual male.